Alright, we should be back here all set to go. Hopefully everything works this time. Welcome to the chat, Shelly. Hopefully we are all set to go this time around. And here we go for the formation lap. Hopefully everything seems to be okay. Again, everybody choosing the same tires as previously. So we'll run through the grid. Kraz, SC Smith, Scadser, Secret, SO, Johnny, Banshee, Stephen A, Ray, Limcheck, Spaceman, Boy 4, El Francis Loco, Bootagoo, Razgriz, Krusty T, VTech, Kaz, Los Mendigos, and Shelly rounding out the grid. So it should be a good one tonight. It looks like things are all set to go. Finally racing here in Brazil. Just running through the formation lap at the moment. Alright. Back to the line. Hopefully things are good to go this time. Should be an interesting race. Short run down to turn 1. So we'll have to see if Kraz and SC Smith can get away well. The back of the grid joining up around the final corner here in Brazil. Here we're all set to go 36 laps here in sunny South America. And here we go. 3, 4, and 5 lights. And we're off here in Interlagos. Looks to be a good start from Kraz. SC Smith didn't have the best getaway. Scadser looking to the outside, but I think Smith is going to be able to hang on to second place. A little bit of chaos down. That's Secret going around the outside, and someone's gone off. I can't tell who that is at the back. I think that's Johnny who's gone for a spin. But anyway, it's Kraz who leads from SC Smith down the back. Ray is going side by side with Stephen A. That is for 7th place. There's a little bit of contact now. Limcheck is trying to find a way through as well, but I think they've sorted things out for the moment, although Ray is still on the inside and Limcheck is going to be forced to yield. Although he's coming back at him up the inside into turn 8. Has to be a bit cautious, and now Bootagoo is going to go for an opportunistic move around the inside. What a move from the Alfa Romeo. And now Boy 4 is taking advantage as well, so Limcheck really struggling right now. There's Los Mendigos looking up the inside of Krusty T. Not enough, and that was Johnny who went off for a spin up there at turn 1. Not sure if he's picked up any damage, but still early on, a long way to go. Let's get back to the front. It is Kraz who leads from SC Smith. Secret is in 3rd. And there's another yellow flag. That is VTech at the back of the grid, who's having a bit of an issue, but gap staying all about the same. There's Boy 4 and Limcheck going side by side into turn 1. Limcheck on the soft, regaining that 10th position. Razgriz is right there as well. He's on the soft tire, so he's going to be pacey at the start, looking to the outside. Could not make it work. Johnny is into the pit, so he must have had some damage. Ray and Stephen A still fighting out for 7th at the moment. There's another yellow flag. That's Los Mendigos who's gone for a spin at the exit of turn 4. Seems to get it going though, so hopefully not too much damage for him. Johnny's going to the hards, likely trying to take that tire, so the tires to the end of this race. Trying to back protection. Oh, that's Kraz. He's going off at the exit of turn 10 and he's into the wall. From the lead of this race. And he's going to be losing an awful lot of positions as he has to wait for the entire field to go by. And that's going to give SC Smith the race lead. Secret is just behind in second. Skadster in third. DRS has now been enabled as we've started lap 3, so this should be... we should see this DRS train starting to form. The top 7 have broken away from the rest of the field, which is going to be crucial. And is that Kaz has had an issue, and he's going off for a spin at the exit of turn 3. Not sure if he's picked up any damage, but he's going to be able to get that back going. Los Mendigos and El Francis Loco having a bit of a scrap into turn 4. El Francis Loco jumping ahead in the Haas. Nice move up the inside. Graz has gone to the medium, so a bit of an alternate strategy to what Johnny was doing when he had to come in. Back at the front. Skadster got real close to the back of Secret for a second, but he wasn't able to get the move done. Went a bit wide through there, but still's going to have an opportunity down to turn 1. Ray battling with Stephen A. I don't think Stephen A. was able to get DRS. Actually, he was, but they dropped over a second. So that's going to move Ray up into 6th place. Limchek getting past Budugu as well. So things starting to kick off here. All throughout the midfield. Banshee closed up to the back of Esso as the top 5 have pulled a little bit of a gap on the rest of the field. Ray just 1.3 seconds behind, so he's not too far out of DRS. That's Budugu and Limchek. They've had an off at the exit of turn 4, and that is a safety car, not surprisingly. So we'll have to see what happened there. Maybe a bit of coming together. And you can see that there's 2 cars just parked there on the exit. It's a very tricky corner. Very high chance of collision as we see. And now let's take a look at the strategy at the front of the field. Do these soft runners go in? Still very early in this race, so not entirely sure what the best strategy will be. Looks like SC Smith is going to be coming into the pits. Secret staying out, Skadster staying out. So a split strategy is Esso ducks in as well. But those are the only ones in that top 7. Razgrid, Boy 4, Shelley is coming in. He's made his way all the way up from 20th up to 10th. So a good start for him. It looks like the majority of these drivers are electing to stay out. You can see SC Smith, Esso, they've come in and gone on to the mediums. We'll have to see if Johnny here at the back, he's got essentially a free pit stop. Let's see if he elects to get off these hard tires. So we see Los Mendigos does go to the softs. So the bit of an alternate strategy there, committing to the 2-stop. Still very early in this race, however. Carcier T onto the hards. Johnny does go into the pits for what we'll assume to be a set of medium tires. Kaz staying out at the back of the field. But we have the entirety of the top 8 who have stayed out. Top 6 on softs. Spaceman and Boy 4 on the mediums. Johnny has gone to the medium tire, so as we expected. Not sure if we'll see this stint make it to the end of the race. We'll have to watch on the restart. SC Smith and Esso 9th and 10th on the fresh tires. They'll be ones to watch. So we're just waiting for the field to catch up. We got a few penalties, not sure what that's about. Looks like 3-second penalties for who just had a bit of an off through there, or that was Boy 4 actually. It should be a couple laps under the safety car due to the field spread. We'll take a look at the Drivers' Championship. S.C. Smith is the championship leader at the moment. 19 points the gap to Shelly in second place. Then it's 52 the gap from Johnny to S.C. Smith ahead. And then a large drop off to VTech, who's in fourth. Starting to approach the business end of this championship, so every position is going to matter more and more. I think next time by will be the restart. Not quite this time, as the back of the field still closing up to the pack. But tire strategies all over the board. Crester T, the only driver who stuck with the hard compound. As we expected, we should see the field going back to green flag racing next time. So it's going to be Secret who will lead. 2 Red Bulls in the top 3. Both staying out on the set of softs, which I believe that could be a pretty good strategy, because Brazil's soft medium generally the way to go, and those mediums will not make it to the end from here. Although the possibility of a later safety car changing that completely is still very possible, but we should see the safety car back in this lap. And there we go, the safety car is in this lap, so Secret will be the leader. We'll have to see how he handles this restart. It's a very long straight down towards turn 1. We'll have to see if anybody can take advantage. And looks like he's gone. So Secret gets a good jump on the restart. Stephen A picking up a bit of a collision for a penalty for a collision. Not sure what happened there, but Banshee up the inside of Scadster. Very nice move into turn 1. Esso getting past Spaceman as well on those fresher tires. It's a bit chaotic at the back. Drivers all over the place. Rest of your team making up a position. And then I see Smith actually losing out to El Frances Loco. There's a little bit of contact as everyone tries to sneak through. Everyone looking for a bit of space. VTech is right there as well. He's going to have to back out, and Kraz is going to get up the inside. VTech, oh, he's going for a bit of a Tokyo drift. And he saved it, but he's going to lose an awful lot of time. Let's get back to this battle. A lot of important players in the championship here. Los Mendigos around the outside on that fresh set of softs. Crester T had to go a little bit deep. And Johnny's going to now look to go back around the outside. But SC Smith and Kraz scrapping out. Kraz was able to get through for 11th place. And these guys starting to drop out a bit from the top half of the field. Kraz getting a good run on El Frances Loco here. Let's see if he can get through. Going to the inside. That's SC Smith out of the race. And he's had a spin just before the pit lane entry. And that's a full safety car once again. So the championship leader out of the race, which is exactly what Shelly the Turtle wanted to see, although he's not having the best race either, and he's had to go back into the pits. So now this changes things once again. So already before lap 10, our second safety car of the night. Secret is the race leader. We'll have to see if, I'd imagine we'd see these soft runners in. But not sure what they will go for. They were lucky they were able to escape ahead of the safety car, or else they would have been trapped behind awfully slow. And Banshee's gonna have to double stack here. Scadster's going in. Ray, Stephen A. Boy 4 has stayed out. Oh, very close through there. Rasker's overtaking the pit entry. That is legal. Bit chaotic. Most of the field is in the pit lane. Things happening left and right. Another set of softs for Razgriz as his Scadster has gone back to the softs. Secret on the mediums as his Banshee. Scadster on the softs. Spaceman gone to another set of mediums, so he's going to commit to the two stops. Stephen A to the softs and VTech to the softs. Shelley, he came in on the last lap. Let's see if he can make any advances here. Does not look like it, but he will be able to close up to the back of the field. So a lot to unpack right there. A few drivers picking up penalties in the chaos. Stephen A had to serve his 5 that he picked up. Alfrancis Local picked up 5 speeding in the pit lane. But now let's take a rundown of where things are. Boy 4 is the race leader, the only driver yet to stop. He is on those medium tires which he started the race on, so that explains the reasoning there. Esso is second, then Kraz, who's made his way back up to third after that spin, and he's on a relatively level playing field. So the top 7 here have stayed out under this safety car. And it's actually going to be back in this lap already. So Secret and Banshee 8th and 9th on the fresh tires. Scadster the leading runner on the fresh sauce. We'll have to see how this all plays out. Boy 4 the race leader. And he's gone. Kaz going back in the pit lanes. It looks to be a pretty clean restart. Ray up the inside of Scadster looking for 9th place. Both on fresh set of tires, but Ray's going to have to back out of that. Side by side, Crusher T is going off, and we're going to be 3 wide, both Red Bulls. Somehow they all made it work, and that's a bit of a Red Bull sandwich, and there they all go. Johnny's going off, Banshee's going for a spin. I think they've all managed to avoid it. But that was a Red Bull sandwich that was just never going to work out. And now Crusty T's gone off at turn 6. Everything's starting to kick off on this restart. Chaos everywhere. They're still scrapping away in the middle sector. Looks like Razgriz is holding on to 8th place. Spaceman just behind, or Stephen A just behind in 9th on the fresh set of softs. Looking to the outside, up the hill towards the start-finish straight. Brilliant stuff right there. And they're still going to be side by side. Razgriz is into the pit, so perhaps picking up some wing damage. There's Alfrancis Loco up the inside of Spaceman. Does make the move stick. Shelley was not able to get through. We'll see if he can have a look into turn 4. Big Spaceman just hanging on for now. Secret getting past Los Mendigos, so all the way up to 4th now on the fresh set of mediums. You've got Esso and Boy 4 who are out in front at the moment. Kraz is just behind. Strategy all over the place. We'll try to keep track of it as best we can. Shelley and VTech both going around Spaceman there. Now we've got the 2 McLarens fighting out for 5th. Los Mendigos and Scadster. Both on the soft. Scadster's a little bit fresher, but only by a couple of laps. Ray is hunting down this battle as well. Big snap of oversteer there. Manages to keep a hold of it. And I think we might see Scadster get past. He's going to look to the outside. Of course, DRS only now being enabled. But I think he's going to be able to make it work. Who's that gone off? Is that Esso who had to go wide? And it was, and he ended up losing out of place. And Boy 4 lost out to Secret as well. But he's fighting back. He's coming back and he's looking to the inside. Spaceman has gone for a spin at the center S's, but so much action to keep track of. Secret has made his way up to second. Kraz is now the new race leader. Shelly and now Francis Logo side by side through turn 5. The Haas pulling ahead to the inside, and Shelly's going to have to hold back. VTEC back in 11th. Now Rasker is having a spin, so the center S is catching out a few drivers, and now a virtual safety car has gone out. So much changing at the moment. Kraz is the leader. Secret has made his way up to second. Let's see, maybe someone will take advantage of the cheap pit stop, and that is what Boy 4 is going to do. Likely going to the set of hards at this stage if he doesn't want to commit to a 2-stop. I think things will finally start to settle down a little bit. Looks like Banshee's back in as well. I think he probably has wing damage from that incident. And we're back in the way. El Francis Loco has picked up a drive through. That is unfortunate. Luckily nobody else was caught out by that. Ray looking to the inside. He's going to go for it, but he had to back out. Just was not quite enough room. Everything all kicking off at the moment. Skadster and Esso scrapping for third. So Esso had a bit of a mistake a couple laps ago. Managed to reclaim third position though. But Skadster's shown some good pace on those fresh set of softs. Still will have to come back in before this race is all said and done. Stephen A on the back of Ray, now joining the back of this battle. Not quite close enough. You can see they close up through Young Cal, but there's just not enough room. VTEC looking the inside. El Francis Loco had that unfortunate drive through, and VTEC will find his way through. Ray to the outside. Looks like he's going to get past Los Mendigos. But Mendigos fights back on the inside, picks up a penalty in the process. Does a nice job defending. Oh, there's a little bit of contact, and he's gone off. That is unfortunate. Such a tight corner, and Mendigos has gone around. So Ray is through, Shelley is through, Stephen A is through. Looks like he gets it back going, but I think he picked up a bit of wing damage through there. And now we've got a battle for the lead. It's Secret who's closed up to the back of Kraz. And this is well over 2 seconds clear from the field. Stephen A. Ray, now this scrap is now for 5th place. Johnny makes his way up to 9th. Looking around the outside. Esso forced to run a bit wide, and now both drivers got to find some room up the inside. And here comes Stephen A. Let's see if he can clear him into turn 1. Ray fighting back. The inside is the advantageous line through here. And Stephen A. is forced to back out, but Esso now sticking his nose up the inside. Was not close enough. Mendigos had to go into the pits, and we have a lead change. That's just Secret coming back out in front, but Kraz thought about fighting it back. Did not have the run, but now he's going to look to the outside, but Secret defending well. Hanging on to the race lead. Let's get back down to this 3-way scrap 4th. Looks like Esso dropping off a bit, and there's another driver having an issue at the center S's, although Mendigos does get it back going. He's gone onto a fresh set of hards, so should be taking those to the end. Kraz is just around that 1 second gap, although he's closed up quite a bit here. Skadster's within DRS range of this battle as well. Rasker is having to get out of the way. Don't think anybody's going to be close enough, although Kraz is going to take a look. Has to back out to the outside. Let's see if anybody has an opportunity. That's Crustier T out of the race at Young Cow. You see Secret trying to defend the inside. Not quite close enough. Stephen A. looking to the outside of Ray once again. Lovely battle going on between these two. Oh, so close through turn 5, but what a move around the outside by Stephen A. And he's found his way in 4th on the softs. Ray's unable to fight that back. So here we go, approaching the main DRS straight. We've got a couple of nice battles shaping up here in the top half of the field. There goes Kraz to the outside. Secret taking the defensive line into turn 1. I think he's going to hang on for the time being, but I don't know if he'll have the better run towards turn 4, which is a good overtaking spot just as well. Secret to the inside, you can see running low on battery. Oh, he's tried to come back to the outside, and there was a slight bit of contact. And Skadster watching this with ease as they scrap side by side, and these two have been side by side for about the entirety of a lap. More contact, but they've somehow made it work. Very thrilling to watch. I think Stephen A is going to hang on just for the time being, but once they get back to the DRS straight, it's anyone's guess. Skadster's right on the back of Kravs as they come up the hill towards the main straight. Secret holding out a bit of a gap for the moment. Let's see if Skadster can find a way through. He's on the soft, so he's going to want to make up as much ground as possible, and he's going to go to the inside, and I think he's going to have it done. He will. Kraz is forced to take a bit of a wider line. He's on those older set of tires, though. Ray picking up a penalty. As I think Stephen A, he's just got to hold off the gap into turn 4, and he should be clear. Which looks like he will be able to. VTech closing up to the back of Shelley as well. Shelley running in 7th. Huge opportunity for him to make up points in the championship with SC Smith out of the race. Banshee finding his way through Kaz as well. So battles all up and down the field at the moment. Stephen A and Ray still scrapping out for 4th. These guys about 4 seconds off of the lead group. And Skadster, don't look now, but he's right on the back of Secret. See if he can have a look into turn 1. The Secret's going to defend to the inside. And Skadster's going to force to yield this time. But he's going to power through and get a good exit out towards turn 4. Secret defending the inside once again. Just about leaving enough space. That was very close. Stephen A holding on to 4th once again. And Shelley now closing up the back of Esso. This is for 6th. He's not going to be close enough to make a move this time. Now he'll have to sit through the slow section. Back up at the front. Skadster's going to want to get through now while his softs are still fresh. He will have to, for sure, have to make another stop. I'm not sure if Secret will. Let's see if he can be close enough. That's Razgriz who's gone for a spin at Young Cal. Secret defending the inside once again. Can Skadster make it stick? Let's see, he's lining himself up well. He's going to try to slingshot around the outside once again. He's much closer this time, but he had to take a bit of a wide line to turn 3. Now he goes to the inside, and I think he's going to have this move done. Skadster is the new race leader. Although Secret trying to fight it back, he's just not quite going to be able to. Kraz sticking out in this DRS. He's just lurking at the moment. Ray and Stephen A still scrapping out. Shelley and all that made his way past Esso. VTech was not quite able to. So that's going to separate that battle a little bit. Silent Banshee making up another place. So slowly making his climb back to the field. He's got about 13 seconds up the road to the next driver, which is Johnny. So hanging out in 10th for the moment. Back to the front of the field. Now it is Secret chasing Scadster this time. But not going to be close enough. We see Esso into the pits. So it's the start of that second pit window for some of these guys. I have to imagine we'll see Kraz in as well, as he's just hanging on for the moment. Stephen A fighting back with Ray. But he's not close enough this time. So rejoining in 9th place, so not a bad position for him at the moment. On a fresh set of mediums to go to the end. Kraz flirting with that 1 second line. He absolutely needs to maintain that, which is absolutely about pulling him along on these older tires. Detection point right after the exit of Young Cal. And I think he's going to be right on the edge, just about close enough. But Secret is coming at Scadster. He's got a nice run using the overtake. Scadster actually ducking into the pits. So Secret will retake the lead. Kraz will move up into 2nd. Shelley is now fighting with Stephen A as Ray has escaped out the road a little bit. But not quite enough to get through. So Scadster onto a set of mediums. That's his final stop of the day. Shelley looking to the inside. Not going to be close enough. So Kraz, he's maintained 2nd place right now. He's been on this set of mediums ever since he had that spin on lap 4. He seems to be keeping up with Secret fairly well, which is absolutely massive. They've now cleared over 6 seconds to the rest of the field behind. Let's see if he's going to push for a move here. Does not have to. Running 2 different strategies at the moment. But he's going to have an opportunity. There's a yellow flag. And that's Shelley who's gone off at the final corner. Keeps it going again. There's Kraz to the outside. Oh, there's a little bit of contact. Kraz forced to take to the escape road. I wouldn't be surprised if he has to give that place back, but it looks like he's been allowed through. I think he was ahead going into turn 1. It was very close. But Kraz is the new race leader, so we've got a few more pit stops going on. Stephen A is in, as is Shelley the Turtle, who's going to a new set of softs after that spin. Scadster back up to 5th place on the fresh set of mediums. We'll have to see how this all cycles out and who else still needs to come into the pits. Let's see if Secret fights this back, or if he decides to stay tucked in for the time being. Looks like Kraz actually gonna head into pits. So we'll take a look at this battle for 10th here. It's Boy 4, Spaceman, and Shelley. Shelley trying to get through. He's just going to the fresh set of softs. Excuse me. Spaceman and Boy 4 have been going at it for a while. Let's see if Shelley has a look here. He's gonna bide his time and wait for the right moment. VTech in as well, getting off the very old softs. But Scadster is going to be very close with him and Kraz as they come out of the pit exit. And Scadster is just about going to have a 1.5 second gap. VTech to a fresh set of softs. Johnny to a fresh set of softs. Banshee and VTech going to be very close. And VTech hanging on to 7th place. Shelley now looking to the inside of Boy 4. Wasn't close enough. Boy 4 on those older hards. We'd imagine Shelley will be able to find a way through fairly quickly. And Secret is actually into the pits. As you see Shelley going up the inside, it was a move he had to do. And I think he's going to make it stick. So now, Secret into the pits. I was a bit surprised. I thought we'd see him try to stick it out to the end, but looking for a fresh set of softs. Alright, so Kraz on a fresh set of softs. He's now come out well ahead of Secret, so the undercut has worked to perfection. And now we've got Ray out in front. Once again, finds himself in the lead of this race. He pulled off a very similar race in Portimao, which got him the race victory there. And with only 10 laps to go, we'll have to imagine if he's not looking to take these tires to the end. Which means 9 seconds back is this battle. All level on penalties for the moment. Let's see if the fresh tires can close up the gap. Kraz is there. Sketzer is defending well. He's taken to the inside, which is the preferred line. And this is exactly what Ray wants to see. Ooh, Kraz getting through. Sketzer forced to yield. So now Kraz, he's on the fresh set of softs. Best tires in the field. Secret has lost out on quite a bit of time, so not sure how exactly that's happened. But he finds himself in 4th now. The saving grace for him, he's no penalties for at the moment. VTech in 7th as well, closing up to the back of SO. So the fresh softs looking very good for a lot of these guys. More penalties racking out the majority of the field with them at the moment. You can see Kraz is already eaten up over a second to the race leader Ray. The only question is, will there be enough time? As we've got just 9 laps to go. VTech is very close to the back of SO. Secret putting in the fastest lap of the race as well. We can't count him out, especially with no penalties. So VTech around the outside, he's through on SO. Next up will be Stephen A, who's on a set of pretty fresh mediums. Gap starting to shake out a little bit towards the back of the grid, so we'll keep our focus on the front. So not able to fight it back this time. See, Krasi's already taken up over a second this lap. I think it'll be no time before we see the Aston Martin back in the race lead. He's already dropped Skadster well out of the DRS. And Secret is going to be closing up as well. So Ray, he's played the strategy to perfection. I don't think it's going to pull out a race win for him, but it'll still be a very good result. There's Spaceman within the DRS of Boy 4. This is for 12th. Both on the fresh set of softs. And they're both chasing down El Frances Loco as well. Spaceman not quite close enough into turn 8. And he'll have to hold off. He might have an opportunity down the DRS straight. He's close to within half a second now. Gap's starting to pull off. Secret, or Skadster has dropped off massively from Kraz. So the soft tire's working very well. Let's see if Spaceman can close up to the back of Boy 4. I don't think it's being close enough into turn 1, but if he can set himself up well with a good exit. Looks like Boy 4 gets away well, and I think he's going to have the upper hand on this battle for the moment. Back up at the front, now down to 4 seconds is the gap, with just 7 laps to go. And as the great Murray Walker once said, catching is one thing, passing is another. This race is far from over. Kraz will have the significant advantage being on the much fresher tires, but that does not guarantee anything. Spaceman and Boy 4, the other battle we have on track at the moment. Makes Spaceman going to be a bit too far back this time. Well, there's a yellow flag, and that's Johnny out of the race at turn 4. And we do have a full safety car. And Ray immediately into the pit lane. Kraz is staying out, so split strategies already. Skadster not going to come in. Secret could have just won this race. So Ray on the fresh softs. Looks like he's going to come out. I think he's going to be just behind Stephen A in 5th. B-Tech is in. SO is in. Most of these guys in. So most of these runners now on softs. We'll take a look at the penalty situation real quick. So Secret and VTEC is set to benefit the most for it. So I think Kraz obviously in a very good position here. Secret, of course, with the no penalties. As long as he does not get bogged down, he should be able to just sit within the 3 seconds. I don't think we will see it in this lap, so that should give us a 3-lap dash to the finish here. Only 3 runners not on softs. That is Skadster, Stephen A, and Los Mendigos. Although Kraz and Secret a little bit worn on those tires. So Phil will be all caught up. We're going to have 3 laps of racing to go. Of course, still a lot could change with the penalties. We'll make a note, front 4 on worn tires at the moment. We'll switch over to the penalties display as we finish this race out. And there's the confirmation safety car in this lap. So Kraz is the leader. It's going to be important to see if he can get a good restart and a good launch. Everybody poised, waiting for the response, and there he goes. So Secret already alongside. He's going to have to wait till the stripe to make his move, and I think he's just about done that. So it'll be absolutely critical if he can get through. And I think he has. He's gotten through on Scat. So there's Boy 4 and Ray, or Stephen A and Ray. And that's Ray around the outside. He's made position, and Stephen A's going off and into the wall. So a bit of contact through there. I think he's still managed to survive, but not what he wanted to see. Shelley's stuck behind him. Now he's out of the race. So we're down to 14 runners here for the final couple of laps. Secret now running in second. All he's got to do is not pick up a penalty. Scatzer third, Ray up to 4th on the fresh tires. He does have that penalty though, which is going to be absolutely killer in his charge to the front. Had to look up the inside, but not close enough. VTEC as well with no penalties. Could be on for a 2nd place finish here. Up at the front. Secret has just got to stay within that 1 second and maintain the gap to Kraz within the 3-second penalty window. You can see already very low on ERS. Now Ray is looking up the inside of Scadster at turn 1. Oh, when there's a little bit of contact, and Scadster has managed to save it, but he's lost a few positions. It's a very tight corner through there. Esther and VTEC going side by side now. Oh, and there's a little bit more contact. And Banshee's had a little bit of a collision, I believe. Perhaps some front wing damage there. Shelley's going to have to try to get through both of these guys. And you can see Banshee definitely having issues after that incident. Oh, not quite close enough for Shelley to make a move, and this is going to be absolutely critical, especially considering he's clean of penalties. Esso dropping all the way back. He's had another spin. But up at the front, Ray's fighting for it. He could be on for 2nd place. Secret's just got to keep everything clean. VTEC is within this battle as well. We will have DRS, but only for the final lap, which is not going to be particularly advantageous. Secret's just got to keep it within the lines. And I think VTEC will be on for 2nd place as well. Ray's charge forward. He's made up some ground, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Banshee and Scadster side by side. Shelley trying to find a way through as well. Banshee hanging on to that position. Let's get back up to the front. Secret, he has dropped out of a 2nd, but that's all he needs to be. Kraz is the race leader. He should be the one to cross the line first here. Up to the line for the final time. He's made up ground, but it's not going to be enough. Out of the final corner, it is going to be Kraz crossing the line first, but it is going to be Secret who takes home the race victory. Ray crosses the line 3rd, but VTEC is going to jump them both and come home 2nd. Here's Banshee will finish 5th, Scadster 6th, Shelley will jump them huge points in 5th. 3 wide as they cross the line. Not sure how that all finished out. Spaceman, he had a bit of an incident there, you can see. He's managed to bring it home, and he will take home a solid 11th. So we're going to have to back out of this, and we'll see you for Tier 1 shortly.